kids are lovely. So that might be all that's needed to say. But I also would like to say that they are exemplary citizens, being deeply practiced in the ways of disaster. As poets, you could say they are a kind of first responder. The hallmark trait of the poet for John Keats is the capacity for being in uncertainties, mysteries, and mysteries is capitalized in his letter, doubts, and without any irritable reaching after fact and reason. And Matthew actually quotes those in 2 different poems. We often think of uncertainty as a problematic state we have to endure on our way to a preferred certainty. Maybe we think we're the only one beset by doubt and fear, and that once we can know what we're doing, then our life will be real. But what if we reconsider uncertainty as a rich ground of possibility? And what about the generosity of accident and chance? The uncertainty Keats speaks of is not a blandly passive whatever, but rather an actively curious posture of being, an empathic flexibility, opening up space for receptivity, discovery, and imagination. Matthew and Matthew's poems find a way to speak from within a full embrace of investigative bewilderment. And I'm going to just speak about them together, because they are together tonight. So, I'm thinking more about what their poems share. This bewilderment does not rush to impose on experience any notion of disaster or miracle. Close observation cracks open into a startling and comprehensive tenderness. There's a sense that someone is talking to you, a la Frank O'Hara, a friend on the phone, telling you some important thing you need to know. Poetry is about being responsive in the world and caring for other people and relatedness. Maybe, as I've said before, you might think it's a good idea to prepare a disaster kit, but you might not have yet. And so there's something about poetry that I think incites us to an immediacy and sort of startles us out of a provisional sense of our lives. And so that feels very central to poetry, and it feels central to the book that inspired this series, Zen Mind, Beginner's Mind, which was composed of lectures by Shunryu Suzuki Roshi, the founder of Zen Center. And it was the 40th anniversary of that book's publication last year. So this series has been a way to just kind of keep that, to engage in conversation with that book.